Okay, new Spider-Man set came out on Magic Arena. It is a different set of cards artistically and by title, but mechanically it's the same. Um, I could go into spiel about that. Maybe I will. Who knows? It's kind of weird, but I sort of prefer the Magic fantasy kind of thing in Magic. I don't have a problem with Spider-Man though. It's just kind of weird to have a Spider-Man set, but I guess every single game in existence wants to copy Fortnite, so Call of Duty and stuff, everyone's just trying to have every single IP in the same game, like Ready Player One type nonsense, the metaverse, if you will. But anyways, this commander specifically is just Gonti, but it's Gonti on steroids, so it's 5 mana instead of 4. I think Gonti has Death Touch. I think it does. This does not have Death Touch. It looks at the top 9 instead of 4, but you see 2 cards instead of 1. So, pretty nice. I like this. In Standard, it's exceptionally consistent, because it's only 60 cards, and 9 cards is a massive chunk of your opponent's deck, and you're likely to hit something really good, and you get 2 of those things. I have a bunch of mana sources. Oh wait, the other really notable card in the new set, well, there's a few of them I suppose. This is a cool effect, a tuck, I guess, a tuck kind of style thing. It's really good against Ketramos too, so it's just a way to get rid of it, at least for a second. And then there's another removal spell that has some other stuff on it that might matter. The really nice one to me is this thing. This is just a mana rock. I don't even know why this is a mana rock, but it is. It probably goes in every single commander deck with black in it forever. So it's indestructible, adds 1 mana, it costs 2 mana to cast, and then it has the exile a creature you control to this. Wait. Okay, I had to actually sit there and read that for a second. I don't know why it reads like that, but it does. Normally cards like this say, like, exile a creature you control, activate or enable origin or something, but I guess it says harness the terminus of return, and harnessing enables origin. Worded a bit confusing, but so you exile a creature to it and then pay 7 mana, and then you have essentially another version of, what is it, Virtue of Persistence, but it's only your graveyard, right? Yeah. But it's just a crazy, crazy card. I would probably play this as a commander, honestly, if you could do that. So aside from stealing my opponent's my opponent's cards, I have a bunch of mana rocks and whatnot, because this does cost 5. Giant goofy things, because they just work with a bunch of mana. And the idea of mana rocks is so it's a lot easier to cast my opponent's stolen cards. It's not a color issue, it's just having the mana to reasonably cast stuff that you steal. Like if you see a 10 drop or something weird and you would like to have it, then it's ideal to also try to cast it. Like your opponent summon Bahamut or something. But yeah, we'll see what happens. New cards. Yeah, Signet's in here. What does Genova do? Oh, okay, that thing. Okay. The old indestructible Signet here. When this dies, each play... Okay. This is a really weird card. I'm seeing it more and more. That's also a weird card. I like it. Something about Solemn Simulacrum and Mono Black is just like so satisfying. I'm not going to give you a lander token. Let's play this thing? Yeah, we have time. We have time to play this. I will. I shall warp it. Oh, I could have swung. I could have swung. Can't block. I actually almost want to put a land into play, but let's just put that into play. Don't you naturalize. What are you doing? Wait, what are you doing? What is this? Whenever another non-token... Okay, it's that card that we just had ourselves. I suppose I'm just taking it. Alright, that's a pretty nice one. Each player... So, 1, 2, 3... Okay. They did draw a bunch of cards, but they don't have a bajillion mana in play or anything. Well, I didn't expect Conan out of this deck. That's not ideal. Okay. I'm above 10, so Liliana gets the job done. I can play this first. If I was above 10, I probably couldn't do this. Or, if Bloodghast had haste, I should just say that. I'm obviously above 10. Oh, they found haste anyways. Of course they did. Let's just play Commander. Give me anything. Virtue is nice. And another removal spell is nice. We like those. I can play this as a 7/5 and just pass the turn. I don't think I've ever actually cast this card before. What was that? They plotted that thing. They could have just cast it, but I mean, it probably would make sense to just always plot it. I'm gonna have to trade here. There's no way I don't trade. Could put a land into play. It's kind of the same without having a risk of the land getting blown up. Oh, I thought these treasures were untapped. Okay, making me sack my commander is probably not a good idea here. I don't know if I would do that. Maybe it makes sense. I don't know. Doesn't feel like it does. But what do I know? We're not here to think. We're here to steal. Alright, we've seen 18 cards. We'll take that, and we can exile my opponent's Bloodghast. Can also just cast this. And I think I will exile Bloodghast. I also get my commander back, which is what we like to see. Ideally, there's no haste here. Oh my goodness, please. None of that has haste. Thankfully, I'd have my work cut out for me if it had haste. Solemn Simulacrum or Vestige? I think this is... Actually, this gets a land and something else. So I guess I'll just do that. Vestige puts a card for free into play. All like kind of similar. Let's play... we should just lead with this before something weird happens. I could have activated the Terminus, but I'm not sure. That might be too much mana in this spot. Okay. Can recast my commander again? Can wait a turn? What does building up more mana even accomplish? Let's just cast it again. I don't think I need more mana in play or anything. Alright, I've seen 27 cards, which is almost my opponent's entire deck. And I can just keep taking things I don't want to play against. Like these two. They're not, like, busted for me, but they're still just decent. And, yeah, we'll leave up removal. Gotta be careful. Phyrexian Arena. Trying to kill my opponent in 10 turns might actually be a thing here, so... Return creature card to your graveyard of the battlefield. Nothing I can do. Just kill him. Kill him! Alright, we're gonna start stealing game-closing cards. So I can close the game out. Let us... I think I'm gonna just do this because, well, I mean, it's in my thing for a reason. This is indestructible. I can keep my commander... Oh, no, it exiles it. Alright, never mind. It doesn't work that way. Let's play... Skullspore Nexus? Alright, we're getting stuff done here. In a weird way. And then... Mana Rock? Again, I don't need more mana. I can just chill with a bunch of removal. Double the target power executed whenever a creature dies. Okay, so I can target my own card and make it dummy huge in response to something. This is a game where my opponent drew like 11 cards. When this enters, if it isn't a token, make 2 tokens. Okay. When it dies... Okay. That's a pretty interesting card. I don't normally ever see that one. But fortunately, I have a lot of removal. So, yeah. Oh, they do have trample, though. Problems. I didn't think of that. They have trample. Yeah, whoops. Alright, well, not much I can do about it now. Kill that, have more stats than my opponent. Actually, we can just play this. The Demon in the Grave just, Oh, it is decayed counters, huh? Yeah, it is. Yikes. Do I have any exile? No? Alright, kind of unfortunate. Devious cover-up it is. So I don't die. Otherwise I would die, so... Let's not die. Kind of tragic. We shall take this. They had Massacre Worm in their hand. Wow. No haste in the library though. I have a massive, massive token, which they can't kill. Let's play you. And ward doesn't matter. Play you. This can potentially jump block randomly? Alright, giant token. What do you got? Is there removal in the graveyard? No, but they can reanimate this and find removal. So this token probably isn't going to get there. I haven't seen Massacre Worm and couldn't tell you. Oh, they also just have this. Sure. I'm going to kill this one before the others show up. Does this give trample? No. That thing. Is there any way to gain life? That's the main thing. I don't think so. Oh, there's Ujin. Haha. Ujin gains life. Alright, we're good. Almost didn't see it. Wow, I can play both of these. Oh, this is peak. Crazy game. Kind of have to gain life here. I'm gonna play it exceptionally safe and just continuously kill the creatures. All right, we did it. We did. Oh right, I forgot. They're dead to the token. I should probably kill the blocker. Forgot the. There's a 40 points flying in the face right here. Okay, I'm gonna assume this is not pay 27 mana, kill your opponent. But it would be cool if it was. It would be cool if it was. Haha, you fool. What is castable? Okay, I was not going to take that. That is very strange. Why would you ever cast that? Phyrexian Arena is annoying. Yes. Wait a minute. Is this actually 27 mana, kill your opponent? No way. I refuse to believe. I refuse to believe. Ward, discard a card. How much does this matter? Does it matter? What is mattering? Alright, let's just cast this. 9 cards, what do you got? Ooh, alright. I'll take... Ooh! Oh my goodness, it might actually be 27 mana with kill your opponent. Let's... Ooh, jeez. Okay, I want Blasphemous Spadoodle. By all means, kill this. I can just recast it. I don't... Full stop, I don't even agree with killing it. I think you should just let it sit in play. I do not agree with that. So... Let's see. Arena... And food token? Double arena seems reckless. Yeah, double arena seems very reckless. Probably not a good idea. Outrageous robbery? No, I'm not running that. I don't really feel like I should play that. So let's just deal with this now. I don't like it doing stuff. The lower my life total, the easier their commander has of killing me. That is very annoying. I just have to edict this. There's no getting around that. This technically has almost hexproof, but there's sweepers in my opponent's deck. It's pretty easy to deal with. It's also not even actually that scary. Well, that's actually not totally true. That's not totally true. Alright, can I play it and also leave up removal mana? I can. Alright, I will. Alright, Valgavoth, you know what to do. You know what to do. You get him good. Get him good. Come on, cast a spell. Kill it. Destroy target creature an opponent controls. Dang it. Ugh, that's just so annoying. Did that just not have ward? Is there a reason they could just play that for free without paying for ward? Sacrifice 3 non-land permanents. If this card would be... Why did that get around ward? Does anyone know? Am I not understanding something? I don't know how that was possible. It just didn't ward away anything. Oh, nowhere to run? I see. Sweeper. Zombify? I swear, nowhere to run throws me off so much. I feel like that happens to me way more than it should. Alright, I drew a really good card, so I'm going to cast it. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's just do this to... Actually, no, there's no interaction here. Let's just plus. I'm not convinced there's interaction. Alright, we're doing stuff. We're doing stuff. I can cast the other arena with Ujin in play. That doesn't mean Ujin's gonna stay in play, though. No, I have the option to cast this whenever I want. And, again, I think the second arena would actually kill me, so... Yeah, well, look at that. Okay. Kind of annoying. Could have killed it myself. Probably should have killed it myself. That might have cost me the game. Well, Rise is funny. And then play the Darkness Crystal, I guess. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Could have been worse. Enters... It deals X. Alright, I can't, like, stop that. Target opponent discards a card. Alright, I can't cast the second arena. I'm also almost dead to their commander. And each turn it's getting closer and closer to that reality. so what do we have? Oh man, I really wish I. Well, there's nothing. There's not much I could do. I'm gonna cast it. But again, I know of a bunch of board wipes and stuff. Simulacrum. Sure. I can't kill that in response. Oh, I guess I could have actually killed it before I cast my... Yeah, before I did that, I could have blown this up. But that, again, it doesn't really save me from the primary issue at hand here. Which is these creatures are still just susceptible to dying anyways. Their crystal gains life. Huh? Yeah. Nothing I can do about that. My hand is annoying. Let's see, if I kill that nowhere to run... Why do I even care about this? It's not like I can... Yeah, no, I don't know why I'm so caught up about that. They probably take one of these two. I mean, they actually could just take those two. Doesn't matter. They do take that. Huh. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. I draw a hot steaming nothing. Recast my commander? Tiny Bones. Let's just take threats. Let's do this. Well, they might have drew the board wipe. It might not have been in their hand the whole time. They can kill me over 2 turns as well. They don't actually have to do it all at once. Yep. There's just literally nothing I can do about that, so... Oh, I guess I could have killed it so they didn't gain life. No, but how do I play from here? I can't let this die, because it will kill me. So... a game going to decking is my only out? Doesn't feel very good. Or reliable. Especially the way I'm drawing. Okay. Okay, that doesn't stop it. It doesn't reduce the damage from the X cost. So no. And my hand is all exactly the same, so you get to do whatever you want there. It's all just removal. They forced me to kill it, so now it kills me next turn. Yeah, my out here was like Ujin, and they killed it, so. Oh my goodness. Alright, well I could take these two. Is there a creature in a graveyard that matters? Oh my goodness, there actually is. This might actually help me. Okay, didn't expect that. Oh, we did it. We did it. We actually did it. Linerals put me on full tilt. Like, I tilted so hard my head hit the ceiling. You would think I was a different player compared to the other games we played. You'd think there's someone else behind the monitor. Whoa. That was... woof. That was awful. Wow. That was actually kind of impressive. It's not easy to play that bad. Alright. What does this hand do? Stuff? Wait, what? Okay, that's just a... what? But you want the graveyards. Why would you remove my okay. Let's play this card. Oh yeah, look at that. The perfect discard right away. Excellent. So, Sweeper, kill, reanimate, they get Malcolm back. This is a 4/4. And then, I don't really think it matters. No, it really doesn't. My opponent just discarded probably the best thing ever. Yep, I can't really do anything about it. Well, this commander looks completely cracked in half when you have it perfectly right when you want it. And there's nothing I can do about it. My opponent, for some unbelievable reason, decided not to do it. I am beyond confused. I don't get it. You may have this enter as a copy of any creature. Why did you not do it? That makes no sense. Alright. So they're going to do it next turn, I guess. Let's do this on human. And Liliana Plus keeps itself alive. There are a lot of arguments that I should probably just play the removal spell and feel really stupid. Nope, we're going here. Cover up Council? Yeah, just so my opponent doesn't have it. Alright, so now do you do it? You gave me time to find a sweeper, so it's way worse now. Like, they had the perfect scenario and just didn't do it. I don't get it. This exiles the card. You can only do it once. It's only getting a Malcolm, right? Yep. Alright. I mean, again, I feel like this should have been in play last turn. It's still good here. It's just not as good. I just, like, gave up perfection for some weird reason. Okay, so let's proceed to stay alive. Seems like a good idea. And there is a Abyssal Harvester in the graveyard, which I don't care about. Look at the top 3, put one to your hand, the rest in the graveyard. Alright, they milled over Jacked. Play Kiora, which is actually really close to making 8/8s. Okay, it can now actually make 8/8s. I probably should stop that. Search the library for a demon. I can't get Delirium. I don't think I actually have a demon in my hand, or my deck. I don't think I do. Probably a good idea to cast this, and probably a good idea to stop them from making an 8/8, even though they can maybe do it later, and there's no reason to cast this. Are there any demons in my deck? Because I don't have any memory of that. I don't think there's any demons in there. Okay, sure. They're going the slow game here. They're not just going in on some stats. Can kind of respect that. Because of that, I won't play the Ujin. Let's play those. Alright, they're over it. Yeah, I think there was a turn there where, I mean, they literally did the best thing possible, which was draw, discard, and before their commander shows up. They discarded one of the best creatures to discard, and then just didn't do it. I don't know why. They would have gotten back Malcolm. I think I would have lived. But they should have just done the thing. Yeah, I've played Golbez. I have a video of it. I have no idea what this takes, and I don't think it matters too much. Probably the scroll, actually. I'd rather play against Ujin than Ketramos. Ketramos is kind of the sole commander I just don't feel confident trying to beat consistently. But I can actually beat Ujin consistently. They're not casting their commander. Okay. I will play probably Gilded Lotus next turn. Although, I mean, again, this deck just blows up all your stuff. It doesn't actually have to be a creature. Ketramos itself is a little annoying. But I guess it's not the worst thing ever. Alright, mana's in play. What do you got? Ideally not an answer to the Gilded Lotus. Although I guess I don't need the Gilded Lotus. They do not swing with the man land. What do I make of that? I don't know. I'm going to cast my commander for the first time. That's what we're going to do. And we're going to hit... I have no idea, actually. Killing this isn't even productive. And they probably want to kill on their own turn to draw. Duress is funny. Exile target non-land permanent. Okay, I mean, yeah. Duress actually has text on it. Let's take the Virtue. And, yeah. Please kill my commander so I can do it again. Dang it. Kill it on your turn so I can do it again? I have to put it to the command zone. Otherwise, they just leave it exiled for all eternity. It's not ideal. So, let's kill this so I can get my thing here. And I could just warp it, actually. Yeah, we don't have to forward-facingly cast it. And I can attack this 1, 2, 3. So I can do -3, -3. Let's just get rid of Ketramos and make them recast it. Which, I mean, to be fair, is not the craziest thing possible, but it's a thing I did, so. If I do recast it, we can cast this for 4 now. That's actually pretty nice too, but I have to do this. So. Doot, 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 doot. I can actually spam that, which is really funny. Thank you for the virtue. Hand is full of really not great removal right now. Wasn't sure if they were going to cast that right then and there. They can blow up my virtue though, and they can do it before it triggers. I might just have to let that happen. Or we could just cast this. This is probably fine. Oh, I can do both? Oh, wait, what? Ah. No, I can't. What am I talking about? Let's... pass the turn? I don't know what I'm thinking about here. Yeah, it was 1 off. This costs 6, right? Yeah. I don't need the Gilded Lotus anymore if they're contemplating blowing it up. They played the land I didn't know about. Bit of a mistake there. Bit of a mistake. Okay, I redrew that. I can just recast it, kill this again. But it's not doing anything currently. There's no exile in hand. I don't necessarily have to do anything about it. So... let's see. Oh, more answers to their commander. That's pretty cool. Target opponent exiles a creature they control and their graveyard. Hello. And... artifact or creature? This has flash. That has flash. Okay, we're just gonna play it nice and boring then. Let's just Banishing Light. No reason to Strategic Betrayal. Sure. Now we can Strategic Betrayal. They did not... well, they couldn't fundamentally do anything goofy there. Anything in the graveyard? Yeah, let's just cast this now. That's fine. I'm okay with just exchanging it like that. Okay, this is still indestructible, obviously. They still have Feed the Swarm. We can... alright, we did it! Wow, okay, I mean... yeah, when... when this isn't swinging and I can just exile and minus it over and over, it's not that amazing. And yeah, they're just a bunch of completely dead cards. Okay, this is the trade life totals and draw that many cards. So you can lower your life total, or you can bludgeon your opponent. Although if you lower your own, I don't know how you'd want to trade. So you're probably attacking your opponent's life total. Or we're playing weird stuff. That works too. We like weird stuff here. When this deals damage, you lose that much life. I'm just going to kill it. I'm realizing now my hand is a bit sketchy. Okay, we found the land for this at least. This card has been oddly satisfying. Very strange card. Okay. Like, you don't even care if they kill it. It's like a weird... weird, thing, Solemn Simulacrum. Cycling a spectral pile-up. What? Is this a human? Oh, it is a human. Oh, hey, a new card. Alright, things are happening. But it gets rid of 2 lands, sure. I will Windmill Slam Liliana and force you to kill it. Everyone's killed it so far. Like every single player. So the format is quite prepared for this. Quite prepared. Unbelievable. Actually didn't die. Big and true. Just not going to cast my commander if I don't have to. The algorithms are giving it to you? Well, I'll take it. Including all these cards. Oh, hey, a free Gilded Lotus. Look at that. I would argue maybe not necessary, but it's now here. So this so far is like black-white control, but it's not playing Ketramos. My commander's about to... I mean, my Planeswalker's about to ultimate as well. Let's see, do we rob any good stuff? I will take anything that stops... Okay, we'll take those. There is a combo there, and I don't want to see it, so... There is a combo with one of these, I think. Rather not have that exist. This must find something right now. Oh, it does! No, it does. Alright, well, I can't be too upset. We got an insane amount of value out of that card, and there's just nothing I can do. Alright, fair enough. Dang it. Ugh. So close. One turn too slow. Don't kill my commander. That would not be great. Okay. My whole hand is removal. Like, my entire hand is removal. I should probably put these map tokens on my commander? Yeah, because I want them to kill it. I really would like you to kill my commander. That would be ideal. I am not going to ever play these cards because I don't want my opponent to get them back from the graveyard. Yeah. I just don't want these in play. If they die and then they have access to these abilities, it could be severely problematic. I could try to surprise lethal with them. But I'm just not going to do that. Especially when they're in the position of, I must cast a sweeper anyways, kind of? Well, sort of. I mean, this is a survivable board state, probably. Swapping life totals is funny here. They do not swap life totals. I will not kill rabbits. What if I just... No. Nope. Nope. Whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. Whenever an opponent... Okay. So I can go to 6? Is that what my opponent wants to do? Okay, it is. If you lost life, draw that many. Sure. So we go to 6, and then we go to... 4? Which I probably shouldn't go to 4. And then cast that there. And I can kill this, and then they can't really swap ever again. At least I don't think they can. Oh, we also have the window to cast these. Alright, so let's actually read these. Opponent would lose life, they lose twice that much. Opponent loses life, you gain that much. I don't want to gain any life, because then my opponent exchanges again, right? Probably not a good idea. One would argue. Alright, we're both at the same life totals. Massacre Worm, that kills a zombie. I should probably kill it in response. I lose 2 life all the same, but this way I guess I lose slightly less life. I don't know. Well, you're dead on board. This only taps for mana on exiled spells. Very strange card. It's not like the dream mana rock we all wish it was. Alright, they've committed Sudoku. Nice. Yeah, this is a weird commander. What just happened here was not part of my understanding of it when I had first looked at it, but yeah, it does. If you attack your opponent down to like 3 and you're just sitting at 25 the whole game, they can just spend 7 mana and swap life totals, and if they have any kind of threat and you put them to 3 and swap, they just fly and hit you for 3 or something, or you swung all out and then they just hit you with like a 3 damage thing. Like if I put them to 2, the rabbits were just lethal. It is exceptionally difficult, I'd argue, to pull that off, but my opponent kind of came close to it. But as you can see, it's, unless you really close it out in that gotcha turn, it's not really going to pan out too well. Yeah, it's tough to pull that off, I'd say. Alright, we know what it looks like to beat Ketramos. We don't know what it looks like to lose to Ketramos. Can I keep a slow, ridiculous hand? Probably. I don't want to think against this deck. We just play cards. We play cards until we run out of them. Rest in peace. Sure. Gotta rest in peace, truther. Let us play this thing. The old heartless summonings. Play that and this. Okay. Interesting timing. Particularly strange timing, if you will. Can you play lands? Correct. I've never actually grabbed a land yet. So, all of these are kind of lame. Let's take that and... Who gets this warped? You do. Okay. Okay. I could have probably grabbed a land there. I don't know. I mean, both of these are sort of okay. It doesn't matter if I warp or not. It's just going to die anyways. There's no other thing that makes sense to me. Yeah, we're just going to run this out. I found a land. I don't have to play it off this, though. Didn't do that on their own turn. If it mattered. Oh, they are swinging. Okay. Do you sack it? Should probably sack it. You want to do it now. Okay, they didn't do that. Okay, name Rajay. And... Double Edict. I feel like I don't care about Rest in Peace. I really feel like I don't care about Rest in Peace. Okay, let's just do this. I can continuously play it if I keep hitting like a land out of my opponent's library. Assuming that's the best thing to do. So... Outrageous Robbery... Exercise? Let's not get ridiculously greedy. I really should just safely grab stuff like that. Let's get rid of their commander. I would be okay if my opponent had to recast it, so... It would be very unusual if they tried to protect it here. Actually, I don't think Catcher Most plays protection spells, so... Okay, that's... I mean, that kind of is a protection spell. So be it. I will block the Werefox. My opponent will not let me block the Werefox. Alright. So, Ujin into no other colorless card is kind of awkward. Let's just do this for 4. Bro, how many cards do you... What? Oh, they just have both of them. Of course they do. Alright, my opponent has both of the Flicker cards in Standard. Of course. Do we cast anything? No. Can cast my commander and then start to die. This helps me find a land. So... Yes! Yes! Catcher, most players just don't want to deal with it. I mean, this is... I don't have any other card... Oh, I do, but... This is kind of an egregious example of another colorless card. Okay, so this is just better than Gonti, in my opinion. I wasn't sure if that was going to be the case. It's hard to say, like, oh, it's obviously better because it sees 2 cards, but, like, it does cost 5, and it doesn't have efficient death touch or anything, but looking at 9 cards in Standard is a huge chunk of your opponent's cards, right? It's just huge. I mean, even in Historic Brawl, it's a lot of cards. However, in Historic Brawl, there's a lot of exceptionally... Not only are the decks way larger, like way larger, there are exceptionally terrible, like, chunks of 9 you could see. Now, you can stop combo cards like Emergent Ultimatum and stuff in Historic, but you can also see 9 cards of, like, a bunch of lands and then a bunch of mana dorks, and you just feel really bad. So, I really think this shines just in Standard, and in a singleton format where you can actually just take the 2 cards that you think are really good against you and not even good against your opponent can go a very long way. In fact, I had a few games where I feel as though I won because I took 4 cards that were extremely crucial to my opponent's game plan, and I just have no reason to cast them. I can just keep them exiled, right? Especially if it's a creature that my opponent could reanimate if I cast it. You don't have to cast the cards. I also never really went for a land, and there's some instances where it probably would have made sense to, and I just didn't. So, as the inner black player, you know, you always got to stop being greedy, as the black players tend to be, right? Oh, pay life for everything and all that jazz. Black market connections is like an example. Oh, your opponent pays 6 life every turn, then it died. Your opponent died from that. So, always be aware that you can do that. I think I did it at the very end there. So yeah, Katramos was a matchup I wasn't expecting to be uh, good, but it felt fine when I saw it. And Ujin I never saw, but I think Ujin is pretty beatable. We have Ujin of our own. We have colorless threats, kind of, and we can just play our opponent's cards repeatedly, and they can't really stop the mana rocks. So you could probably beat Ujin all the same. Again, I thought Ketramos was going to be the worst matchup, and I had that covered, so I think Ujin maybe a bit more beatable there. Liliana almost ultimated, but not quite. There probably are better cards than this. I know there's like the weird heist, like, oh, steal the top cards of your opponent's deck for X or whatever. I don't know about that one, but this could be a removal spell, it could be a card draw spell, it could be some kind of more annoying style threat because this was killed every single time it was cast. So take that for what you will. I got close. I had it at 9 loyalty, but then my opponent found the removal spell, so it is what it is. But I did like the amount of mana. I did end up adding more removal spells because I felt like I was just dying to... Yeah, there was a big chunk in the first few games of just creature decks where I felt like I should just be able to kill everything, and I wasn't doing that. So like, oh, I gotta try to do that. There's a new sweeper, which I don't have, which I wish I did, but I don't have it. This thing. This is just another board wipe in the color of black for standard, and there you go. I would have probably put it in this deck if I had it, but I didn't, so I didn't put it in here. But this card is now in the game, just to be aware of that. What else? What else? What else? This was actually pretty good. Heartless Summon... is it Heartless Summoning? Yeah, it's basically Heartless Summoning. It's somewhat better than Heartless Summoning specifically for this, because my commander dies and doesn't just sit there as a 0-1. It actually would die. So this is kind of nice. The 2/2s are also pretty cool. I didn't feel bad about that at all, ever. I could probably play the Black Crystal, sort of, to do that sort of Davriel discount style thing as well, if I really wanted to. I never played with this card before, but I really liked it, especially in this deck. There's a lot of permanents that are also evasive permanents, like mana rocks and whatnot. So this was really nice. It felt like effectively another Solemn Simulacrum. It's always satisfying to cast this, especially when your opponent like really doesn't want to kill it. Even if you've warped it, they still might not want to kill it, because it's like, I was going to trigger anyways, and it's a 6-mana investment later, but I really liked it. The Graveyard Reanimate thing with Virtue is nice. This card is... Oh, not that one. Where are you? This card is just insane. I know it is just kind of a mana rock. It has an obscene upside. It's indestructible. So if you sack your commander to this, once your commander... Because it's exiled, you have to put it back to the command zone after. But after that point, this can just keep grabbing your commander over and over. And again, it's indestructible. This card is just insane. I know... It feels really weird and lame to burn a Mythic, especially as a free-to-play player, on a mana rock, but this is just insane. This is insane. I don't know what they were thinking when they made this card. That's just nuts. And, fortunately, on Magic Arena, it isn't a goofy-looking card with, like, Thanos' hands in it. It looks like a Magic card, so there you go. If you actually want to play the card and have it feel like a real Magic card, boom. Now's the time. Stonks are high. Yeah, that's a funny thing about this year specifically. I don't know if it's going to happen with every Marvel set. I've heard that it is, but if that is the case, Magic Arena will have more Magic in it than paper Magic will, which is a very strange thing. But I suppose even with the Alchemy cards that don't have a paper version, we already sort of have that happening. But I prefer the, you know, real cards, silver... Like, Spider-Man things just looming in my deck would feel kind of weird. And I'm kind of glad they're just not here. I am a fan of Spider-Man, but I just... If I had to throw my opinion out there, if everyone has their opinion about it already, I prefer to play with Magic cards. I don't play Marvel Snap. I don't want to play Marvel Snap. I watch Marvel movies. I like Spider-Man, one of my favorite heroes. I just don't care to play Doc Ock in the command zone, or a Spider-Man in the command zone in a non, like, in standard of all things, where, like, there's just no place to avoid the goofy Spider-Man cards. You just, like, they're everywhere forever. But not on Magic Arena, so that's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I like the strategy. It can go very long, too. You can play a long game with this, and you can play it. You can cast this like 12 times, and eventually you'll just get every single one of your opponent's game-winning cards. And, I mean, you can actually get stuff. It's not just stopping your opponent. You can grab sweepers. 9 cards is so many cards. Like, this is almost better. I wonder if it is. This might be better than Grenzo. I don't know if it's better than, like, pre-nerf, but, like, post-nerf Grenzo. This is probably better than that. I don't really know. But we'll see. We shall see. But yeah, I can recommend this craft. This is a really cool commander. I felt safe against most strategies. I did get cyberbullied by decks with counterspell spam. There's not a lot of that in Standard, though. And it's still beatable. You have Cavernous Souls, right? But by the time you're casting a 5-mana 2/3 over and over, I don't think your opponent cares if it resolves, right? You stealing 2 counterspells does not stop you from losing a game of counterspell nonsense. But outside of that kind of strategy, I felt like I was just really, really just in the driver's seat in a lot of games. So, yep. Let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. We need to revisit old stuff like Alara and Lorwyn. Well, I think we get Lorwyn next year. I think so. So you got that one coming. Alara would be cool, though. Yeah, it's like they ran out of ideas, so it's always like return to Ravnica, return to Innistrad, return. It's like you can make new sets and not have them be cowboys and space flight and what's the other one? 1980s horror. Like your creative team we ran out of ideas. You know, like, bro, just ask ChatGPT. No one needs to know. No one needs to know. All right, GG's, get out of here.